Welcome to the podcast, Coach Charles. Again, so let's talk about the strong group. So when it comes to building this strong group, how much input did you have with regards to building this lineup? Kasi yung sa article, it says si Jacob lang, but for you, like, may input ba with your say and everything?
Actually, they were very, we're very close naman with Jacob, so we just discuss everything. All the players that I wanted to get, I just asked for his approval, and more or less, they listen naman. Of course, Jacob wanted to bring in some of his teammates from Ateneo, who turned out to be good idea. It turned out to be a good idea anyways. I like all the guys that he brought in. I wish we had more size though, but those are the only available players right now because the PBA season is going to be ongoing when our tournament happens, and it's hard to get other players. Also, there aren't too many available options either, so we're not the biggest of team, but I think we put up a decent team naman.
So with that one, since we have different kinds of NBA players right now, former NBA talents, is there any difference with the way you prepare this 2023 strong group versus the 2020 version that you won back in January?
Well, more or less it's the same. Look, we can't do too many things. You can't overcomplicate things because you only have such a short preparation time, and the first week you can't do too much but try to get them in shape. Maybe the difference is some guys aren't as aren't in good shape compared to the other teams that we had in the past. Some of them had injuries that they're recovering from, so that's one challenge. But other than that, it's probably mostly the same. Of course, it's strong group's first time to join Dubai, so we're starting everything from scratch. The whole management, the whole process. There's so many little things that they're figuring out on the fly. But they've been very supportive. The management's been great, so we're happy, and hopefully we can compete.
So since this group is filled with former NBA talents and successful collegiate players, what did you want to emphasize coming into practice goals, especially with the players all coming from different phases in their careers?
Well, basically, I told them they can do whatever they want offensively. They will have freedom. We're gonna play
May
into their
freedom.
strengths. Isolate, go straight to them, and let their talent help us win us games. But just put some emphasis on defense. That we have to defend well. We have to be solid in defense, and that's something we've been trying to put emphasis on. But I wish we could push them a bit more. But we haven't even had a complete practice. Guys get sick. Guys get hurt. It's been hard, but hopefully maybe starting this weekend we can have our complete team finally, and maybe last few practices heading into the stretch run before we go to Dubai.
So, Coach, actually, we talk about practice now. So the Converge tune-up game actually shocked a lot of people, even though it's just a tune-up game. Was this game mainly used to experiment on lineups with no heavy usage on the former NBA talents, or the rotations that you put up in that game is more or less what we'll be seeing in the Dubai tournament?
No, it's just everything was just an experiment. We just wanted to get guys some run, just get them sweating. I mean, you were up by 20 points and then kind of slacked off, but it also goes to show that we're not in shape because in the second half, Converge started running, and we didn't get back on defense. But that's part of it. I couldn't really coach either. I still don't have voice. I didn't have voice then, but we cleared that up. We had a good video session after to clean up some things that we wanted to point out, and hopefully, we'll be better moving forward, and hopefully we can get better day by day.
Kala ko nga, Coach, sasabihin mo na ano. Actually, that was the game na nawala yung boses ko.
No,
Pero
no,
yung
no.
iba pala, nawala na pala prior.
Even before that, wala na eh. Yeah.
Okay. So, Coach, looking at your lineup, you said that looking at our lineup, it looks like Ange Kwame is a true big man in this lineup. Are we going to see a lot of small ball lineups, especially since you said that we don't have a lot of bigs, or we will expect Ange playing a lot of heavy minutes?
We're gonna see a lot of small ball lineups because Baltasar is here right now, but he's gonna be leaving some point in the tournament. Unfortunately, in the most crucial part, so we'll technically only have Balkman and maybe Shabazz as the big. So it's really gonna be a small team. That's one of the challenges, but hopefully we can find ways to still rebound and play bigger than our height.
Isn't Shabazz, Coach, same height lang with Nick Young, or may 1-2 inches lang
Yeah,
siya
they're about the same, but they're only really about 6'6". So we're not that big. guys from the other teams are bigger and younger, so it's going to be a challenge for us.
So out of everybody in this lineup, coach, which player has surprised you the most? It could be any player, doesn't matter if NBA or our collegiate guys. Since I'm sure, kasi
Well, number
hindi mo naman na-coach lahat.
Yeah, well, I mean, all these guys, I knew what they bring to the table, but really the two guys that impressed me the most so far, one, Jerome Lastimosa. He's really good, man. I mean, he's probably the best point guard in college right now. He's just that good. And BJ Andrade, I really thought that he was just a shooter, but he does so much other stuff, and he's been solid. I was telling some of my CSB players, wow, that's the type of player you should be. So BJ's also been really solid, and I think he'll have a role in our team for sure. And there's no surprise why Ateneo was winning with guys like that on their team.
How about Francis Lopez, coach? How's LeBron been like in practice? Will there be plans of like good amount of minutes, or you can't say for now?
I don't know. Right now it's obvious that he's still young. I mean, he's 19 years old. He's got a lot to catch up on. A long way to go for him. The maturity isn't there, but man, he's given us some crazy highlights in practice, blocking shots wild, and his energy and throwing down some nasty dunks. I mean, he's gifted athletically. I just wish he had more reps, more chances to play. I mean, that's the thing that's missing for him. But we'll see. We'll try our best to give them minutes if we can.
When you mean maturity, coach, like what is that in terms of what is the expectation when it comes to maturity?
Decision making on offense and defense, understanding the game. And there are a lot of things he has to learn, and that's a lot of it has to do with having reps, just being able to play. And he hasn't played too much yet, unfortunately.
Got it, coach. So, coach, last question. I told you we'll be efficient with this one.
Okay,
what kind of opponents are we expected to face in Dubai tournament? Obviously, there's a reason why we got a lot of talent. Are we going to face teams with former NBA pros? Who are our competitors or opponents?
I don't know yet which imports the teams are bringing. Obviously, these teams are in their top form right now in their respective leagues. Usually before the tournament, they'll bring in another import, so we don't know. But we have the top three teams in Lebanon. We have a team from Iraq. I forget their club name, but I heard from the organizer that in the Arabic League, they just defeated the top teams of Lebanon. So that's a big surprise. We have Morocco and Tunisia also in the mix right now. They're joining. They're always big. They're always tough. They always give us a lot of problems. So, just those teams will be a big challenge for us. It's tough. I wouldn't say we're favorites in it by any means here.
Oh, really?
Maybe we have the big names, but I mean, these guys are in the middle of their season. They're all in great shape. We've had 5-6 practices, so now they're much better teams than us. But hopefully, when it matters, we'll find a way to come together.
Oh wow, I thought tayo favorites, but hindi pala.
No.
So coach, follow up lang pala. So what do you call this? Since we're in this spot right now, is there emphasis on film, or the main focus of practice is mainly getting reps, or it's 50-50?
It's mainly getting reps and getting guys in shape, because we're still out of shape, getting to know each other because they haven't really played together. So that's the biggest challenge. But of course, we'll prepare more detailed when we know our groupings, which should come out soon in the next few days. So then we can start preparing already for the teams that we will play.
Coach, thank you so much. I can't wait. Sana yung mga tune-up games ma-publish or something.
They're not going to publish, but you guys can come watch. Just let me know, and then you can find a way to get you guys. I mean, you can come by naman. There's no problem.
See, coach, I don't know. I'll text you.
Yeah. Sige.
Coach, question, actually yung yung number mo dun sa Instagram, kala ko, totoo kaya to. So then you actually replied there. I was like, oh wow, I wonder how many inquiries you get daily on that number.
You can ask my sister. You can just ask my sister, right?
Yeah, kasi I texted your other number That was yung before pa noong 2020. There was another one.
Yeah,
wala na yun. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much it, Coach Charles. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you also. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Sorry, I have a voice.
No, it's okay. Super understandable. I'll see you hopefully this weekend na lang in the next tune-up games. I'll say hi.
Sige. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Good afternoon.
Time. Okay.